The ceremonies were beautifully staged right across the Anzac Round and indeed right across the country. Our coaches on duty tonight, they're good friends, they've been colleagues and rivals now. Adam Kingsley leads the Giants. Adam, great to have you back on 360.
Thanks, Jared. Gary, how are you?
And Andrew McQualter as the West Coast coach. Andrew, great to have you on board.
Good evening, Jared. Thank you.
The two of you staged, seen contacts, Andrew, throughout from your years together winning flags at Richmond?
Yeah, we do. We do have a friendship, Adam and I. He's a good man. I know he can be a bit scary on the TV, but he's actually a good person. So we do stay in touch.
The yin and yang you've got, Jerry. You've chosen well here. It's beautiful.
Have you chosen a moment yet to fire up Andrew, or is that lay in wait?
Unfortunately, I've had a couple of opportunities where I sort of had to get a bit animated, but I think, like King has said, it's just part of our job. We need to educate our players and help them to perform at their best level, and there's various ways to do that, and sometimes really strong direct feedback is the best way to do it.
Andrew, I watched your press conference last night. Are you feeling a bit of angst towards Hawthorn, having been intertwined with them through various reasons over the past few weeks?
No, I'm not. I think I was just frustrated at the game, and they probably threw something up we didn't expect in that last quarter. But yeah, I think I was more just frustrated at our performance and just a little bit of our fundamentals in the game, which we didn't quite execute to the level we expect.
Didn't think Barras playing forward was a slight on you?
I think we've seen him, and look, to be fair, we've moved our magnets a fair bit this year too. Even Oscar playing back this week. So you watch Hawthorn over the start of this year, they have moved quite a few of their players. So we hadn't seen them do that. So I didn't think too much about it after that presser.
What residue was there, though, from Sam Mitchell's meeting with your captain?
I think the thing that maybe the whole industry is still starting to understand is these things happen all the time. This is the nature of the beast. These meetings are consistently happening for every team, every club, every player that's out of contract. That's the industry we've created. So the fact it became so public is really not ideal, and we've acknowledged that. Oscar's acknowledged that. But that's part of the game.
This is a challenge then, trying to get him back to his very best, I guess, would be one of the reasons you threw him behind the footy. So he had a couple of, I think 1 week off maybe as well in that process. So has it affected him to the point where he needed that time away and now you're searching for a return to his very best form?
I think Oz is a bit of a product of our whole team at the moment. Unfortunately, we sort of still figuring our way a bit. Clearly our performances haven't been where we want them to be, and he's one of quite a few players that clearly hasn't been in his best form this year. And we've just been struggling a little bit down back this year. That's not unknown for everybody. So we know Oscar's played a bit down back. We thought the matchup suited him. And we actually thought we saw some pretty good signs. I know if you let Charlie fly at the ball like that, you're going to have trouble all the time. He can jump, Marbior, but there were some signs I thought that Oscar can really grow in that space.
Andrew, you would have been eyes wide open coming to this job, and it's a long-term project. Do you feel like your challenge at the moment has been establishing the minimum standards?
I think it's just about establishing the standards that we all want. So that's players, the new coaching group. We've got a lot of new players in our team. We've got four or five new coaches, which is about 50% of our group. So we're just figuring out what it is for us, what the expectations are for our group going forward. And it's been a work in progress, clearly. We're still working through it now, but we're all on the same page, and we're working really hard. We're not in the spot where we want to be, but everyone's hurting at our footy club at the moment, and we're trying really hard to turn it around.
How are you going with it personally? You're not new to the coaching fraternity. You have had wins, so you're not searching for that first win, but you're looking for the breakthrough here. How's it sitting with you personally?
Oh, there's no doubt it's difficult. We live in a win-loss industry. That's what it is. But you just have to be really consistent with what you're looking at, what you're trying to improve. There's days where you get frustrated at small things, but we're also seeing some little wins within our team as well. So guys like Archer Reid, who's a 19-year-old key position player, made his debut in round one this year, and he really looks like he's going to be a long-term player for us. So There's some little wins along the way, but it's difficult as well, which is what the job is.
Well, what's your view of whether this should or shouldn't be a suspension? Andrew, where do you sit in either the principle or the actuality?
It's really interesting, isn't it? Because as a fan, as a coach, as a teammate, everybody loves a Chasedown tackle. They're one of the most enjoyable parts of our game. Clearly, the issue is nobody wants concussions. We're all on the same page with that. I actually, for once in my life, agree with Kingers. I think he makes a really, really good point there. It just doesn't seem fair that it's 3 weeks when there's, in my view as well, there's no malice, there's no intent to hurt. It's an unfortunate outcome, but you sort of don't want to, in my opinion, I don't want to lose the Chasedown tackle out of the game. I think it inspires teammates and fans alike.
Yeah, I think we're all on the same page. We've only got 3 or 4 minutes left. Jared's got the year of everyone in the AFL, Kingers and Minnie, so here's your chance. I've got my pen. You just peel them off and I'll put them down for the agenda items that he can take to AFL House. Go.
Okay. Minnie, do you want to start?
Yeah, I think my first one is we just abort no ruck free kicks at all. Just let the big boys battle out. There's no free kicks in the ruck contest.
I've got that down. I won't say what we said after that. Number 2.
We're going to get Matty Primus back, I think, back at the Giants. I just think the holding the ball, the incorrect disposal is, for me, that's the biggest one. I think this can be quite simple, but we perhaps throw some confusion in around, because if you make an attempt, that's deemed acceptable and therefore not punishable by a free kick against. And I just think you either correctly dispose of the ball or you don't. And if you don't, it's a free kick against you. Unless the ball's punched out in a tackle as the tackle's commencing, well, then that's play on. If the ball's held in, you either had prior or you didn't.
Right.
And if you had prior, it's a free kick against.
I know you've got another couple up your sleeve. Minnie, you got another one there or not?
I was thinking about the dissent rule currently, but I reckon I've got a player that might get me on the wrong end of that. So I might not suggest that one.
Kingers, one more.
Encroachment on the protected area. Let's if you're either in the marking contest, you stay in the mark. If you're not, you can't enter that protected area. Thanks, Jared.
That's a bill of rights to take there.
And no rucks at all, someone said. Is that you, Jared?
Let me, Andrew, just finish with this, the food bank. So it's a big occasion for West Coast in the community of Western Australia, and what is more than 1 million meals that the club assists in putting together.
Yeah, it's a terrific cause. The club's been supporting this for 13 years, and the idea is just to try and provide meals for those underprivileged people. So, we're really supportive of it and grateful that we get to support these type of charities.
Great to have you both with us. Thanks a lot.
Boys.
Good luck for what's to come next.